Okay, so now we're going to talk about virginity, a very complex topic in a woman's life or in anybody's life. First, let's talk about what is virginity, and this can be something that's hard to pinpoint, but we can basically generalize and say a virgin is someone who has never had sex. And it's important to remember that virginity is a very personal experience. It doesn't have to be penis and vagina sex. It is up to you to decide what you think sex is. Let's talk about one misconception, especially for women exclusively, is about the hymen. And your hymen is basically a thin, fleshy tissue that is located at the opening of your vagina. And everybody's hymen is completely different. Some people might not even have a hymen. A hymen can break during vaginal sex, but it can also be stretched out during other sports, such as riding a bike or doing sports or anything of that nature. So don't let somebody say or assume that you have or have not had sex based on your hymen, because it can break during anything. Let's talk about the more emotional aspects of virginity now, like peer pressure. So, especially for women, some people might force you to stay a virgin, or on the flip side, you may be with a sexual partner and they want you to have sex with them and they may pressure you into it. And you have to remember that sex is a personal experience. It is up to you whether you want to have sex or not. A partner should never dictate your sexual choices for you. And these are just some common sayings that you hear when you're with a partner and they want to have sex. If you ever hear anything of this nature, if you really cared about me, you would want to have sex with me. That, or sex does not matter, or show me you love me and have sex with me. These people do not care. They just want to get their own satisfaction. They don't actually care about your well-being and whether or not you are ready to have sex, which is so pivotal. So, another side of sex is abstinence. And some people may not want to have sex, and that is completely fine. You may want to abstain from having sex due to religious reasons, or maybe you're not emotionally ready. Any reason you have that you don't want to have sex, you are valid, you are understood. You do not have to have sex. But if you do want to have sex, let's talk about some post and pre-sex care that you want to know. The first thing is to wash yourself, and whether that's a shower or sitting down and just washing your genitals with warm water, ensure that after you have sex you do that. The next thing is going to be to use the restroom. So you want to pee to get any germs out. And then you want to drink water. This will help to flush out any bacteria, because when you drink water you want to pee, all of that. Fourth is after sex, or just in general in your life, don't wear very tight clothing. Try to stay to loose clothing. This is because you create this really hot, moist atmosphere where bacteria can thrive, and that is not ideal. You'll end up getting infections. The fifth thing is to use a condom or use protection. Condoms especially, you should use a condom even if you're on birth control, because condoms help to protect against STIs and STDs. This applies to all sexual encounters. Make sure you're using contraceptives. The sixth thing would be to talk. Talk to your partner about their history and making a sexual commitment. Make sure your partner understands, if you are a virgin, that it's your first time. Make sure that you know your partner's sexual history. The next thing that we want to do, or the last thing, is just reflect. Reflect on your own experiences. Maybe you need to get tested. Maybe you're not ready to have sex yet. That is all okay, but just take the next day or two to reflect on your own experiences and what you need to do to ensure that your sex life is healthy.